Hi, welcome to Late Night Stocks. This time we are going to talk about BioNTech again. On Friday, 4th June 2021, the stock price rose more than 8% to $232 and reached $56 billion market cap. All-time high. We got a lot of comments and messages since Friday. People are asking whether to buy or sell the stock. It's not a yes or no question. We are going to analyze the stock price movements from different aspects, also from the RSI point of view. When we took our first video about BioNTech, it was also our first video on late night stocks, the stock price was $113. It has made 2x so far. Huge, isn't it? We expected $350, although the average expectations were about $130. Please check the BioNTech videos for further details. In order to figure out BioNTech's future potential, we are going to look at its presence in Asia, namely Fosun Pharma deal. Then comes COVID-19 vaccine updates and manufacturing capacities. We are going to refresh our minds with numbers and look at the charts for moving averages. Whether you are a day trader or long-term investor, you should watch the video till the end. Before we start, please support us just giving a like. If you are ready, let's get in the video. Fosun Pharma is a Chinese pharmaceutical company which was founded in 1994. Its headquarters are in Shanghai, China. The company has about 3,000 employees and national recognition. They have a lot of pharma products and healthcare services. According to Reuters, Fosun Pharma has agreed to provide a factory with annual capacity up to 1 billion doses of COVID-19 vaccine developed by BioNTech. The mRNA vaccine manufacturing process is new and not well known in the world. We have already mentioned about COVID-19 vaccine patent waiver in previous video. According to the agreement, BioNTech has agreed to license relevant manufacturing technology and know-how to the joint venture with Fosun Pharma. It seems BioNTech has chosen the right partner for the Chinese market. When we look at the Chinese COVID-19 vaccine market, we see 6 approved vaccines. All the vaccine manufacturers are Chinese companies and mostly based on inactivated virus vaccine technologies. There are also 18 vaccines in clinical trials in China. 3 of them are mRNA based. In the pole position, we see Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine. Another biotechnology company, Valvax, seems not a strong competitor and plans to manufacture up to 120 million doses if they can get the approval. According to Global Times, China's approval of mRNA vaccine is in its final stage. The CEO Wu Shain is confident about the final decision of the authorities based on benefits for elderly people and optimistic about the vaccine approval soon. This article was written on 6 May 2021. Meanwhile, BioNTech has extended its vaccine authorization for teenagers between 12 and 15 ages. This also would help to get approval in China by July at the latest. On the other hand, Chinese officials admit that their vaccines have low efficacy. They also give the green light to mRNA-based vaccines. When we look at the BioNTech's rival mRNA vaccine maker Moderna falls behind in China. BioNTech pushes its limits all the time. Last year, with the support of Pfizer, entered the US vaccine market. This year, the company is going to enter the Asian market before its rivals. According to BioNTech and Fosun Pharma, COVID-19 vaccine strategic alliance agreement in China, they will jointly make clinical trials of COVID-19 vaccine. Fosun Pharma will pay up to $135 million to BioNTech, and if the vaccine is approved, Fosun Pharma will have marketing rights in China and BioNTech will retain full rights in the rest of the world. The profit sharing seems like a Pfizer-BioNTech deal. They will share the future gross profits. We will use this information to predict possible BioNTech revenues from Asia. After the BioNTech Q1 2021 earnings, we calculated net profits and predicted future stock price. Expected revenue was $15 billion. After that, BioNTech and Pfizer sold 60 million doses to Turkey. It means, let's say, $300 million more revenues for BioNTech. As we saw the company's income statement, gross profit margin was 89% and net profit margin was 55%. We took the P ratio 15. As a result, the stock price prediction was $500 for the first quarter of 2022. You can check the video for further details. Let's make an assumption for BioNTech Fosun Pharma joint venture revenues for this year. If Fosun Pharma can get vaccine approval latest by July and ramp up its manufacturing immediately, it can produce approximately 500 million doses from July to the end of year. If a single dose of COVID-19 vaccine can be sold for $15, the joint venture can get $7.5 billion in revenues. As we saw the BioNTech's balance sheet, gross profit margin was about 89%. If they share the gross profit 50-50, BioNTech can get $3.34 billion from that. The net profit can be about $2.2 billion if we extrapolate BioNTech's Q1 2021 earning numbers for the joint venture. When we summarize the expected net profits for BioNTech, $2.2 billion from China and possible $8.25 billion from the rest of the world. We reach about $10 billion net profit. If we multiply with reasonable P ratio, such as 15, we can expect up to $150 billion market cap in 2022. As we see, today's market cap is $56.3 billion. BioNTech has still 3x potential in upcoming months or years. But please don't forget, the vaccine has to be approved in China and manufactured to full capacity. The vaccine has to be approved in China and manufactured full capacity this year. The scenario that we saw is almost the best case for this year. Please leave your comments about calculation and your price target in comments below. Buy or sell? I know you are looking forward to hearing the answer. For BioNTech, it's probably a multi-billion question. A legendary investor, Warren Buffett, recommends selling a stock when there is a better performer. His strategy based on buy and hold forever. In this case, investor doesn't pay broker fees and taxes for the profits. The important criteria for this strategy is choose the right stock for the long term. You should ask these questions to yourself. Will the company exist for next 50 years and will be competitive? I know, today is much more different than 1970s US. Stock prices are fluctuating and people are buying cryptocurrencies like no tomorrow. In my opinion, when a company exceeds its average industry P ratio a lot with a large market cap, maybe it's time to sell and wait for a correction. We looked at the long-term investors' point of view. For the day traders, it seems a little different. As we see from 10, 50, 100 and 200 days moving averages, the stock price is pretty above them. If a correction happens in an upcoming weeks or months, the stock price would probably hit 50-day moving average price, which is about $170. The RSI index, a common index that investors look at in general. The index aims to show whether a stock oversold or overbought. If this index exceeds 80, means overbought, the stock can get a correction and fall sharply, such as 5th May 2021. On that day, the RSI index was above 90. If the index goes below 20, means oversold, it may be the good time to buy more shares. As of today, BioNTech's RSI index was 71. In the next week, it's likely to exceed 80 again. Maybe looking at the NASDAQ Biotechnology Index not a bad idea. We can consider a stock outside of the stock market. As we see from the index, on 8 February 2021, hit an all-time high. We are about 12% below that, and can be a positive sign for the investors who are willing to buy biotechnology shares. We also see the similar situation from the NASDAQ index. After a tremendous year, the index stays in cooling down phase, although the tech companies announced great earnings. In our opinion, tech companies, especially biotechnology and COVID-19 vaccine makers, are the best bets in the market because they don't face a chip shortage or the effects of the Joe Biden's tax hike. Most biotech companies are unprofitable or became profitable but are doing tax carry forward. Now, you are asking the question whether you buy or sell. The great companies such as Amazon and also BioNTech for long-term investors is always a buy. You don't have to put all your money in once. You can decide a budget for it and start with small amounts. If the stock price falls, you can buy more. If the stock price rises, you are the winner. As we saw, BioNTech will probably have $10 billion in 2022. According to the advanced purchase agreements with Europe and Asia expansion, this can likely be similar in 2023. I didn't even mention the Indian vaccine market. They will invest this money for further research and development activities to bring multiple products in the market in next 5 years. We can see some fluctuations in that period. The company will be eventually a pharma giant and will pay dividends. BioNTech can be a good candidate for your retirement plans if you buy and hold for a long period. In case you don't sell, you don't have to pay taxes for your profits and can earn even more money from dividends. When we are on the way to the end, please don't forget to do your own research before investing. Late night stocks is growing rapidly. We receive very good feedback. I would like to give a special thank for our supporters and viewers. Thanks for watching till the end. Please give a like to support us and make this video more trending. Until next time, ciao!